Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. It is 6:30. The House of Commons will sit this morning, one day after a deadly attack on Parliament Hill. Meanwhile, we are learning more about the shooter, including links to Vancouver. A terrifying ordeal ended in the nation's capital when a gunman was shot and killed in the centre block near the Library of Parliament. As gunfire broke out, the Prime Minister was meeting with his Conservative caucus just meters away. Security and police then swarmed the area, looking for a potential accomplice. Ottawa police now confirm there was only one gunman. Before he stormed Parliament, the shooter shot and killed Corporal Nathan Cirillo. The 24-year-old was guarding the tomb of the unknown soldier at the National War Memorial. Despite the efforts of bystanders and paramedics, that is, he could not be revived. Sadly, just minutes before he was killed, a Twitter user posted a photo of Cirillo standing guard. A memorial is growing at the Hamilton Armory where he was based. Cirillo was an animal lover, an outdoor enthusiast, and a fitness buff. He leaves behind a 6-year-old son, grieving relatives and friends.
There's not one memory I can think about Nathan without smiling. So it's, yes, he's gone, but I have a lifetime full of memories to think about.
The shooter has now been identified, and here there is a Vancouver connection. Greg Harper joins us live from VPD headquarters with the latest on that. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Well, the shooter has been identified as Michael Zahaf Babo, 32 years of age. He was born in Canada, and he does have a connection to here in Vancouver. He was arrested here back in 2011, and it was for robbery. He ended up pleading guilty to a lesser charge of uttering threats, and he was sentenced to 1 day in jail. This after he spent 66 days behind bars. He lived in Quebec most of his life and also has a criminal record there. The BC Muslim Association reportedly says Zahaf Babo isn't known in the local community. Vancouver police have said they're aiding in the federal investigation into the shooting that took place in Ottawa yesterday, but the VPD isn't commenting on this because it is a federal investigation. Jody?
Thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting live for us this morning at VPD headquarters. The gunman was reportedly shot by House of Commons Sergeant-at-Arms Kevin Vickers. He's been called a hero for preventing further damage. The 58-year-old got the job 8 years ago after decades with the RCMP. While ensuring security in the House, he didn't want it to become a fortress. Vickers defended Sikhs, helping ensure they were able to keep wearing their ceremonial daggers on the Hill.
Canada will never be intimidated. In fact, this will lead us to strengthen our resolve and redouble our efforts and those of our national security agencies to take all necessary steps to identify and counter threats and keep Canada safe here at home.
These acts were driven by hatred, but also designed to drive us to hate. They will not. We will stand up, and we will stand together. We will persevere, and we will prevail.
Some speak of the loss of innocence in Canada. This is inaccurate. Canada is not, and has never been, innocent to the threats we face. And we know, as we have always known, that we are not immune.
Meanwhile, security measures are being reviewed in Victoria. A security scanner is expected to be installed at the legislature. Question period was open yesterday, but only to pre-booked guests and scheduled tours. The clerk of the legislature says a few MLAs were notified earlier this week about a heightened threat in Ottawa, but that threat did not extend to Victoria.
I never talk about my security issues or the security issues around the legislature. I don't think it's a good practice. I don't think it helps keep anybody who works in these buildings safer.
There's a heightened security presence at Vancouver International Airport. There are stepped-up patrols inside the terminals and around the perimeter in response to a raised alert from Transport Canada. Border officials are also increasing their vigilance and advising travelers of increased wait times and security. At Vancouver City Hall, one entrance has been cordoned off as a precaution. The city says there's no specific threat, but in light of what happened in Ottawa, there will be an enhanced security and police presence at City Hall in the short term.
I don't think there's a heightened sense of concern necessarily in Vancouver, given it happened in Ottawa, but certainly precautions are being taken, and there's an active dialogue there.
Authorities are also taking precautions to keep passengers safe on SkyTrain system. Dawn Chubet joins us now live from downtown Vancouver with more. Dawn?
Yeah, and here just outside the Yaletown Canada Line station, people that are making their way down to the station will notice a little bit of a difference, of course, with security being in the forefront. All on-duty officers have been deployed on trains and at stations, and there are also police dogs and handlers on the system. Transit police are asking the public to stay alert.
We're asking for the public to assist us during this time of crisis. Let us know as quickly as possible if they see anything at all that's suspicious. We're talking about people behaving suspiciously. We're talking about suspicious packages, anything that doesn't look like it should be wherever it is.
Now, transit police can't say how long things will be a little bit more visible as far as the security, but what they're asking the public to do is to be very aware, and if they see anything suspicious, they can text transit police at 877777 or use the On Duty app for free. That's it from here. Let's go to Jody.